In this video, I'm going to discuss the E-Class AMG Wagons, which are cars that I get many questions about. These AMG Wagons are very sought after in every generation that they were available here for the US market. The E-AMG Wagons were first available way back as W124s, and they were extremely rare. Then they were not available during the W210 generation, but for the W211 and onwards, the wagons were back in North America. Normally, performance wagons are never brought to North America, and the E55 wagon changed that in the W211 format. You could never have gotten the BMW M5 or the Audi RS6, for example, in North America as wagons. Now, wagons are quite common in the European and Asian markets, but not here. The E55 wagon made an impression when it was first introduced in 2005 for the US market. The E55 was easily the fastest wagon you could buy for 2005 to 2006. Motor Trend magazine tested the E55 wagon and was able to pull off a 12.3 second quarter mile at 114 miles an hour, despite the E-wagon weighing just under 4,500 pounds. It was notably faster than other cars tested by Motor Trend around those years, such as the Ferrari 612, which ran 12.6 second quarter mile, and the Shelby GT500, which also ran a 12.6 second quarter mile. Yes, those cars got beat at the lights by a wagon. Now, the E55 wagons were only $1,000 more than the sedan version. They carried over all of the other changes that the E55 got for 2005, and I covered that in a previous video. Now, the options available on the wagon were similar to the E55 sedan, but there was a key option that was different. And this is an important option when you're looking at an E55 wagon, and that's the third row seating. Among the options, the rear-facing seats made the car pretty unique, and the rear-facing seats were not available in newer AMG wagons after the W211, only on some non-AMG E-Class wagons. So therefore, E55 wagons on the market go for a premium if they have the rear-facing seat option and they come in a good color combo. The W211 wagon is very classy and stately, and it's understandable why the AMG version is so desirable. It has sedated but muscular looks and packed power to outrun supercars and muscle cars of the time, despite being a wagon. Now, this continued with the W211 E63 wagon. Again, it was a mid-12 second wagon with more power but less torque than the E55, but still a very rare and desirable car. And just as with the E55 on the market now, well-spec'd E63s, again with the third row seating and a good color combo, go for a premium. AMG wagons are uniquely rare compared to their sedan counterparts. E-Class AMG wagons were always special order items in the US market. For the E55 wagon, 129 units were delivered in 2005 and 64 were delivered for 2006 model year. For the E63 wagon in the W211 chassis, 67 were delivered in 2007, 62 were delivered in 2008, and only 24 were delivered in 2009. The wagons in AMG trim continued to be rare for the early W212s, so 209 were sold for the 2012 to 2013 model years. And with the W212 facelift, production on these wagons really kind of ramped up, and 783 of the E63S AMG wagons were sold in the US over 2014 to 2016 model years. So the production of these wagons has increased considerably, but also they've really kind of gained more appeal in the market. This also seems to have driven up the prices of the older W211 AMG wagons because they still are notably rarer than the W212, the late W212s. However, that is not to take anything away from the facelift W212 AMG wagons. They're still very rare, and there is still no M5 or RS6 wagon available in North America. AMG wagons will always have collector potential in North America due to their novelty and rarity. The W211 wagon was never offered in Canada, but what is happening now is that E55 wagons are now coming into availability from the Japanese market under our 15-year import rule. This means that it is likely that a lot of E55 wagons will come in from Japan because they are pretty plentiful and cheap over there. Here is a recent auction example, which was estimated around 26 to 28,000 Canadian dollars landed, so that's delivered to Canada. I have a hunch that some speculators are going to try and buy these E55s and try and flip them on the Canadian market, since they see that E55 wagons have been hovering around $40,000 for a really nice one and $35,000 for some pretty good ones. However, I think the market will not be as strong for these cars that are coming over from Japan, because buyers will prefer the original North American delivered cars, and some of those cars have been imported to Canada over the years. However, with that being said, these Japan market E55 wagons present a great opportunity for Canadians to turn heads at their next Cars and Coffee with a cheap E55 wagon from Japan. You're not going to see another one of these here, at least for now. The W211 AMG wagons are probably one of the best looking wagons ever made. The proportions are just right, and it's a great car to add to any collection. Thanks for watching, and if you like videos like this, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos.